You wake up, and before you even get out of bed, you already feel it. That heavy, thick exhaustion sitting right in the middle of your chest, like your body is made of concrete, like sleep did absolutely nothing for you. And you think to yourself, why am I this tired? I slept. I ate yesterday. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. So why does every single morning feel like climbing out of quicksand? That feeling is not in your head, and you are absolutely not broken. What is happening inside your body is actually one of the most misunderstood and overlooked energy crises affecting millions of people right now, and almost nobody is talking about the real reason behind it. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes I am going to show you something that is going to completely change the way you think about your energy, your food, and your days. Here is the truth that took researchers decades to fully understand. Your energy has almost nothing to do with how much you sleep, and almost everything to do with what you eat and when you eat it. The specific combinations of nutrients you give your body throughout the day are either fueling a high-performance engine, or they are quietly sabotaging every single system inside you. And most people are unknowingly doing the second one every single day without realizing it. Now, before we go further, I want to be honest with you. We do have a program linked down in the video description below that goes far deeper into this than we can cover right here. People who have followed it have transformed their energy levels, their focus, and honestly their entire relationship with food in ways that genuinely surprise them. And because of the results it has been producing, spots available are not unlimited, but I am not going to push you toward it. Honestly, if you are someone who is perfectly happy feeling drained, foggy, and exhausted every single day, then this is probably not for you. But if something inside you already knows that you deserve to feel better, keep watching. Let me paint a picture that might feel uncomfortably familiar. It is 2 p.m. You are sitting at your desk, your computer screen is right in front of you, and you are staring at it. But nothing is going in. Your eyes are open, but your brain checked out an hour ago. You reach for another coffee. Maybe some crackers, some chips, whatever is nearest to you, and for maybe 20 minutes you feel a tiny bit better. Then the crash hits, harder than before, and by the time the evening rolls around, you have barely gotten through your work, you have been short with the people you love, and you already feel guilty about it. You tell yourself tomorrow will be different, but tomorrow the exact same cycle repeats. That cycle has a name. It is called a blood sugar roller coaster, and it is the #1 invisible energy thief in modern life. Here is what is actually happening inside your body during that cycle. When you eat foods that are high in refined carbohydrates and sugar, and yes, that includes that coffee with the flavored creamer, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. Your body panics. It floods your system with insulin to bring that spike back down. But it overshoots. Your blood sugar drops below where it started. And that drop, that is the crash. That is the brain fog. That is the irritability. That is the moment where you snap at someone you care about over something completely minor, and then spend the rest of the day feeling awful about it. This is not a willpower problem. This is not a laziness problem. This is a biochemistry problem. And biochemistry can absolutely be fixed. Now here is where it gets genuinely fascinating. Scientists studying energy metabolism have found that the timing of your meals matters almost as much as the content of them. People who eat protein within the first hour of waking up have measurably better cognitive performance, more stable mood, and significantly more sustained energy throughout the day compared to people who skip breakfast or start with just carbohydrates or caffeine alone. Think about what protein does. It is not just for muscles. Protein slows the absorption of every other nutrient you eat alongside it. It keeps your blood sugar from spiking and crashing. It gives your brain the amino acids it needs to produce neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals that make you feel motivated, focused, and emotionally stable. When you skip protein in the morning, you are essentially sending your brain into battle without any ammunition. Here is a pattern interrupt for you. The food you are eating might be making you feel worse than if you ate nothing at all. That sounds extreme, but it is backed by real data. A meal that spikes your blood sugar and then drops it below baseline leaves your energy lower than your fasted state would have. In other words, certain breakfasts are actively draining you. This is why so many people feel exhausted after eating and have no idea why. Now let us talk about hydration, because this one shocks people every single time. Research consistently shows that being just 1 to 2% dehydrated, which is so mild you often cannot feel it as thirst, reduces cognitive performance by up to 20%. 20%. That means if you are walking around mildly dehydrated, and most people are, you are operating at 80% of your mental capacity at best. Your concentration, your reaction time, your memory, your mood, all running on fumes because your body does not have enough water. And here is the cruel part. By the time you actually feel thirsty, you are already well past that 1 to 2% threshold. Thirst is a late warning signal, not an early one. Most people reach for coffee when they feel foggy. But what if that foggy feeling is not caffeine deficiency, it is water deficiency? Drinking a large glass of water before your first coffee in the morning has been shown in multiple studies to improve alertness, reduce fatigue, and stabilize mood, something that costs you absolutely nothing except 30 seconds of your morning. Let me bring this back to you for a second, because I want you to really feel this. You have probably spent months, maybe years, wondering why you cannot seem to keep up, why other people seem to have energy you do not have. You have blamed yourself. You have told yourself you are just not a morning person, or that your body is just built differently, or that this is just what getting older feels like, and every single one of those stories has been quietly killing your confidence and your quality of life. But none of those stories are true. The people around you who seem to have boundless energy, who move through their days with focus and positivity and stamina, they are not genetically blessed. In the vast majority of cases, they are simply eating in a way that works with their body instead of against it. And that is a learnable skill, a completely learnable, completely accessible skill that has nothing to do with expensive supplements, or complicated meal plans, or hours at a gym. Let us talk about something called nutrient timing, and this is where people start to have genuine breakthroughs. Your body has different needs at different times of day. Your morning is about activation. Your brain needs fuel, your cortisol is naturally elevated, and eating a balanced meal with protein, healthy fat, and complex carbohydrates within that first hour of waking sets the metabolic tone for everything that follows. Think eggs with vegetables, Greek yogurt with berries and nuts, a smoothie with protein powder and spinach and banana. Simple, accessible, powerful. Your midday is about maintenance. This is when people make the biggest mistakes. The heavy, carbohydrate-dominant lunch, the fast food, the big pasta bowl. That is the direct cause of the 2 o'clock crash. Swap some of those simple carbohydrates for vegetables and lean protein, and you will genuinely feel the difference within the first 3 days. Not weeks, days. Your afternoon is a critical window that almost nobody optimizes. A small snack combining protein and complex carbohydrates around 3 or 4 in the afternoon acts as a bridge. It keeps your blood sugar stable through the rest of the workday, and prevents the overeating spiral that happens when you arrive at dinner completely ravenous. Your evening meal signals your body to begin winding down. Heavier meals late at night spike blood sugar and cortisol at exactly the wrong time, interfering with sleep quality and leaving you waking up feeling already depleted before the day has even begun. Lighter, earlier evening meals are one of the single highest leverage changes you can make for your energy the following morning. None of this requires a complete life overhaul. None of this requires you to give up everything you love. It requires awareness, simple swaps, and consistency over a short enough period of time that you will actually feel motivated to keep going. And this is where the numbers get real. People who make targeted, strategic changes to their daily nutrition consistently report 40 to 60% improvements in energy levels within 2 weeks. Not months, 2 weeks. That translates to more done in less time, more presence in your relationships, more capacity to pursue the things you actually care about. The cost of change is a few intentional choices per day. The cost of staying the same is your energy, your focus, your mood, and your time. Every single day. The most dangerous thing is not making a big wrong decision. The most dangerous thing is making small wrong decisions repeatedly, until one day you look back and realize years have passed and you have been running at half capacity for all of them. You deserve to feel alive in your own body. Not just functional, not just surviving the day. Actually alive, present, energized, and engaged in your own life. The information we covered today is the foundation. But foundations only matter if you build something on top of them. If you are ready to go further, to actually implement this in a structured and supported way that takes the guesswork completely out of the equation, the program in the description below was built exactly for that. Every day that passes without this shift is another day of energy you cannot get back. If you have been waiting for the right moment to actually change how you feel, this is it. Go check it out now, because the people who act on this feeling today are the ones who will be looking back in 2 weeks, completely stunned by how different life can feel.